Hello, everyone. This is Maureen, and welcome back for another day of learning how to be still and know that He is our God. Now, this little red book is put out by Broad Street Publishers, and I have left a link for you down in the description box if you wish to go and purchase your own copy so that you can either follow along with me or you can have your own special devotional times because even though it is marked day by day by day for the year, who says you have to follow that? You can start at any time, or you can just randomly pick one. It's totally up to you. Now, our devotional for today is titled The Father's Love. And folks, I have a great memory to share with you about this. Now, the devotional that's going to go along with this the verse that will go along with this title comes from Matthew 18:12 and 13. If a man has 100 sheep, but one of the sheep gets lost, he will leave the other 99 on the hill and go to look for the lost sheep. I tell you the truth, if he finds it, he is happier about that one sheep than about the 99 that were never lost. I know many of you have heard this story, but listen to the words that go along with this today. Regardless of how beautifully or imperfectly your earthly father showed your love, your heavenly Father's love is utterly boundless. Rest in that thought a moment. There is nothing you can do to change how he feels about you. Absolutely nothing. We spend so much time trying to make ourselves more lovable, from beauty regimens to gourmet baking to being there pretty much for everyone else. It's easy to forget that we are already perfectly loved. Our Father loves us more than we can imagine, and He would do anything for us. Anything. God, I thank you that the love I have for my very closest companion is a mere fraction of the love that you have for me. I am amazed by your unmeasurable, great love for me. Regardless of how beautifully or imperfectly your earthly father showed his love. I'm going to stop that statement there for just a moment. I've shared this with you before, but I was a very angry, hurt youngster and teenager until the age of 14. And my anger, my hurt, this big old wall that I had put up around myself came from the fact that there had to be something wrong with me. Not only did my dad leave me, but my mother seemed to be very happy just to let us be taken off by some total strangers to her and put in a children's home. She didn't have to worry about us anymore. So, to a young child, 9, there's got to be something wrong with me. Why didn't my parents want me? So, being in a Christian children's home, it was very difficult to believe that if my parents, my father, that I could see and feel and touch, and the few times that I can remember being snuggled up in his arms, if he left me, how in the world was I going to believe that a father that I couldn't see or touch or smell, how could I believe he loved me? And if he created me and if he loved me, why didn't he make his parents love me too? It took a long time. It took a lot of praying from so many people. And it took the words of an Elvis Presley song, In the Ghetto, that finally broke through those barriers to melt all the anguish, the hurt, the loneliness that I felt from my earthly parents and feel the love that my Creator, my Papa God had for me. I was that 100th sheep that Jesus kept chipping away at, saying, I'm not going to let you go, not going to leave you alone. Eventually, you will see I'm bringing you back home where you belong. And that's in the arms of my Creator, my Papa God, my Heavenly Father, who has more love for me than I could ever want, that I could ever measure. And that finally came to help me to realize. I have this t-shirt that says, I am perfectly loved. I am imperfect, but I am perfectly loved. Isn't that a wonderful thought? There's not anything we can do, folks, that's going to make God go, nope, not that one. He is never, ever going to say that, because I've told you many times, God does not make trash. Everything he creates with a purpose. We may not know what our purpose is for a while, but God will reveal our purpose in his own time. So in the meantime, we just sit and bask in his love for us, allowing him to show us what we are to do every day, how we are to be more Christ-like, because we are perfectly loved. We are perfectly wanted, and each and every one of us can look at ourselves and say, I am that 100th sheep that he was certain the rest are going to be okay because I have already found them. But I need to go get this other little sheep and bring it back home. Bring it back into the fold. Bring it back to the family. I hope that you have experienced being that 100th sheep and that you are basking now in that perfect love that God has for each and every one of us. But if by some chance you have found this devotional today and you are that 100th sheep that's still wandering around out there on the hillside all by yourself, I'm going to ask you to stop just a moment. Close your eyes. Listen to the voice that is calling you home. Listen to it. And I hope that you make the choice to follow it. Come back to the fold where you belong. I do hope that you've enjoyed today's devotional. Thank you, each and every one who come in every day to hear how to be still and know that he is God. Now, I'm going to give you a little teaser for tomorrow's devotional because I want you to know that it is just as powerful as today's. Deeper roots. Do any of you remember that movie? Its whole title was Roots, and we were taken back to the very beginning of a family's journey. Well, come back tomorrow and see where your roots begin. And speaking on that, until tomorrow, folks, please always remember, be the light out there in the darkness for someone today, because you never know. Could be your light that they need to see. I love you guys. Bye.